this whole phone conversation, shooting this whole phone conversation at both locations so that you've got multiple ways of cutting it together. Where it's not a case like you sit in the editing room and you're like, oh, we got the shot of Mary where she says this, but we would have loved to have to cut. Speaking very slowly. I was just asking. I'm assuming it's Mary, but it needs to be a parenthetical as part of continued. Um, and then I said, yeah, I said you need to decide when in this phone conversation we're on Jarvis and when on Mary. This is exactly what I was saying. Um, and you will only be able to do that once you've got enough footage on. But again, it almost feels to me like he needs to do something else here while he's on the phone or just after the phone conversation. He stands up pacing around the room holding his phone next to his mouth and clenching his fist. He goes to the kitchen, opens a drawer, takes out a knife. This was actually very good because now we get the idea that he might do something. He might go into action. But now you must be careful because if you say he takes out a knife, you are setting a precedent. You are foreshadowing something. So you are saying to the audience, he might do something bad. This guy, either to Mary because we don't know the Ben character yet. Um, but it's kind of it's not really a great payoff that he only hits him with the fist if you've got the knife in here, unless you maybe do this as a dark joke or kind of dark humor where he takes out the knife and then he ends up cutting an apple and eating the apple or something. He pauses and puts it back, opens a cupboard, takes out a glass and opens a tap, pours water, walks back to sit on his bed. I would, maybe why water? I feel that he should be drinking alcohol.
I think so too. Maybe drinking wine and not from a glass, from a bottle. I think that would
Yeah,
suit
because
the
this guy is pissed off. He
yeah.
wants he's he's planning something. He's plotting something. So the audience is already like, this guy is ready for war. Why would he be drinking water? So this to me feels like it's got to be like Jones says, maybe wine or whiskey or something like hard liquor. So this guy's, he's psyching himself up to do something. Then he walks back to sit on his bed and puts the glass on the floor in front of him. He stands up and walks out of the house. Yeah, it seems to me it's just this last bit. I thought that the knife was quite nice. But this, it feels like it's just filling time. It's just making up time. If he, for instance, maybe he's got a picture, but he's got a picture. He does look at a photo of her, right? In the beginning.
Yes, yes, he does.
Okay. So maybe if he walks past the photo and he jabs this knife through the photo, that could be interesting. Because now it shows what he's planning to do. So it kind of shows that he's planning on killing her, but then if he ends up attacking the new boyfriend, it could be an interesting twist. Okay, then we've got cut to. I put here a question here at scene 6 or the old scene 5. How does the audience know this? So here it says Jarvis walks through the neighborhood all defeated. I want to know what that looks like. What does he do? Does he kick a can? What is his body language? So this is very novel writing. So what does that look like visually? He's waving at faces. So it's weird that he seems defeated, but he's also like greeting these people. But okay, we can go with that. He recognizes as he walks. He finally comes across Senzo. They shake hands and hug. Senzo is those guys in the township who knows everything and everyone in the neighborhood. And how do we know this? Because remember, we only see the two guys hug and greet each other. There's no dialogue. So the audience, they don't even know his name is Senzo. This is something the writer knows. It's not something the viewer knows. The Daily Son of the Hood. These guys who will tell you news before you ask them. You see, you can't put this in a script. This is novel writing. It's not screenplay writing. So I think Chris needs to add a little dialogue scene here where Senzo and Jarvis are, exchanging a few lines just to make sure, just to establish that Senzo is the Daily Mail. He knows all the talk of the hood. And then what is his, what is Senzo's goal? What is his purpose in the story? Um, he tells, because that's how Jarvis came to know about Ben, Mary's new boyfriend. So this needs to be in the dialogue. And then Senzo goes, "Hey, hey brother, how are you? What's up?" And he's like, "I'm back out of jail. Spoke to Mary." And then Jarvis says, "Oh, so you've heard?" And then he goes, "Heard what?" And then Senzo says, "She's got someone else." And he tells Jarvis about Ben. So we need a little dialogue scene. It doesn't have to be long. It can be like literally 3 or 4 lines where they chat in the street, where we just establish that now Jarvis knows who Ben is. And then maybe this Senzo guy must show a photo of Ben to Jarvis. Because remember, if when Ben opens the door at the end, or Jarvis opens the door and Ben brings the package, the audience doesn't know that it's Ben. They just think it's a delivery guy. But if they connect the delivery guy to the photo that Senzo shows Jarvis, then they know, oh shit, it's going down. I know that in the beginning, it starts with the fist bump, with the fist fight. It's very quick, so we do see the man's face. But if we now have 3 instances where we see the man's face in the beginning, then Jarvis meets up with Senzo. Senzo shows that face, and now the audience goes, "Oh, it's the guy that gets punched in the beginning," and then we end it that way again. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does. It makes a lot of sense.
Okay. So Chris, so maybe just add a little dialogue piece here between scene 5 and 6. Like I say, it doesn't have to be long. It can literally be 5 lines that they exchange. But the purpose of that scene is to establish that Ben, the guy in the beginning, you don't even have to show the guy in the beginning's face. You can just show maybe from Jarvis's or from Ben's perspective, Jarvis hitting someone, and we see the person getting hit from behind. So we know watching the film, somebody's going to get hit, but we don't know who. So when Senzo shows Jarvis the photo, and at the end, Jarvis hits the guy, then the audience makes the connection. Ah, it's the guy that gets hit in the beginning. That's the new lover. So that might be interesting. So you can even, here in the beginning, you can maybe just change this where you're an unknown man's face. We don't see the guy falling to the ground. We just see someone falling to the ground, but we see Jarvis. So now the audience knows he's going to hit someone, but we don't know who. And then Senzo now makes the connection of who this guy is. Okay, so that's that. Then we go to scene 7 again. Then we have this Mary is sitting down typing on her phone, looks very confused and worried at the same time. She stands up, walks around the room, goes to the window to look outside, comes back where she's sitting. I think now that I think about it, I think she must try and maybe Ben should phone her here while she waits. And then Ben goes, I don't know, maybe Ben can go, I see. He phones and he says, listen, honey, I've got one more delivery to do. One more delivery to do, and then I'm coming home to you. And then she asks something like, okay, what delivery? Is it far? And then he sends her the address. And she sees the address is Jarvis's address. Because earlier in the conversation, Jarvis maybe told her that he's still living at the same place. The same place that he was staying with when he was in a relationship with her before he went to jail. So then she's shocked. She sees, oh shit, Ben is actually going to Jarvis's place. Ben is delivering something to Jarvis. And this creates tension in the audience because now what the hell is Mary going to do? She's not going to get there in time. Okay, and then we've got just Ben is a nice looking guy. I just wanted a bit more of a description here. What does nice looking guy look like? Just more detail. And then how do we know this? Jarvis opens the door. To his surprise, is Ben the guy Senzo told him about. But now again, if this is the guy that he saw in the photo that Senzo showed him while they were quickly talking, then this would make sense. So I think the last page was a separate scan. So this was page 5. Again, this was just some, yeah. Okay, so good work on fixing most of the format issues. Please give some thought to my other notes in terms of story and visual description. Guys, so I think it's like literally it's 95% there. If Chris, if you can add that little scene between that little dialogue exchange between Senzo and Jarvis, and maybe the photo of Ben, that could really create some nice tension and suspense, and then just not showing Ben's face when he gets hit in the opening scene, to make the audience wonder who that person is. That would make sense. And then perhaps having Mary know that it's Ben that's actually going to Jarvis's place, his last delivery. And you can, before you cut back to Ben going to deliver the package at Jarvis, you just end on this shocked face of Mary when she realizes that the address that Ben's going to is actually Jarvis's address. So there's a lot of small little things that you can tweak in the script to make it more punchy and a bit more suspense-filled. But yeah, guys, I think apart from that, I'm happy. With the rest, I think it's Wednesday today. So if you're going to shoot, I think you've got like, what is it, 3, 4 days till before you can shoot the film. Like you said, you're planning on shooting it on Sunday, which is great. And then next week you can send me some rough cuts just to see what you guys have, what you guys have got in the can. And then, if possible, like I say, I think the most important thing is to get as many angles and as many coverage of the phone conversation between Mary and Jarvis, because that's the bulk of the script. So you can really play around with cutting back and forth in different and interesting ways. And then Jones, again, just in terms of pre-production paperwork and planning, you can please send me some stuff if you want me to look at it. I'll send feedback to get all of that in order. And yeah, guys, that is basically what I've got from my side. Are there any questions?
No, not from my side, Mr. G. I will send you those pre-production documents.
Fantastic. Chris, Offense?
None from my side.
Thank you. Okay, so you all good. Guys, thank you so much for everything. It's been really exciting, and I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. I'm really holding thumbs for the S1 for the shoot and that everything goes well. And if you guys get stuck with anything, please let me know so that we can see if we can sort it out before the submission. But I'm positive that everything will go well. And if Chris, if you do a few changes to the script and you want to send it to me again for just to go over and check, please do. No issues. I'll send you my feedback. I'll double check everything. The same goes for the shot list offense. If you want me to go through the shot list, or you're just wondering about a sequence of shots, or different types of shots, please reach out. And also Jones, with you with the paperwork, with the pre-production paperwork and the planning and schedules, no issues.
Gerard,
Mm.
is it possible if I can work on it maybe by tomorrow during the day? And is it possible that I can get feedback later tomorrow, so that if there are any changes, I can work on that on Friday?
Yes. So yeah, that's fine. You can send it to me tomorrow. Try and send it to me, let's say by 1 p.m. if you
Sure.
can, because I've got some moderation happening from 1 o'clock. But if not, it's fine. Then I'll do it afterwards in between. But if you can send it to me before 1 p.m., that would be fantastic, because then I can almost immediately do it.
Okay.
But if it's after 1, you're just going to have to wait a little bit, because I've got some moderation people coming in and so on. Jones, you've got your hand up.
Just a quick one, Mr. G. I almost forgot. So I was checking the weather, obviously being in charge of the location. It might drizzle or rain, and we have one or two scenes that I think we're going to shoot outside. If
Mhm.
that happens, would we need to fit that in this? I assume we would need to fit that in the script, right?
Yes, I mean, on a technically speaking, you guys just have to be very careful with the gear, not to get it wet, obviously.
Yeah.
It is going to be a bit tricky. I also see that there is a bit of drizzle. There is a chance of rain. It could be great for cutaways. You don't want to record audio in the rain. That's a bit of a nightmare. So hopefully it doesn't, maybe it's just one of those scenarios where it drizzles for a bit and then it clears up. I'm hoping. But yeah, you could get some really interesting cutaways, like exterior, and then just shoot the dialogue afterwards. But then you've got a bit of a continuity issue. Um, yeah, and you don't want to shoot in the rain and then ADR, add the audio in sync or lip sync it afterwards. That is just a nightmare. So first prize would be for it not to rain. I mean, if it's indoors, it's fine. If you're doing the phone conversation inside, that's fine. But if it's now the
All right.
fighting,
No, no. worries. Now I think it'll just be for look. It won't be a train smash now that I'm thinking about it, because the outside scene will be, I think, most likely be in the car. But I was just wondering. Well, I'm thinking we will. If it does rain, we hope it doesn't. But if it does, then we will just include it in the in the script, just so that it
Okay.
shows, because it would be
Yes, so
weird
that it
that
shows
it's
in the
raining. But
script.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
Cool.
then it's fine. No, then it's fine. But yeah, just technically it can become a bit tricky. So but yeah, if you add it then to the script, it yeah, then it's fine. Then it's in sync and it's aligned and it's good. Yeah. Okay, cool guys. So you've already booked, you've made the new booking, right, for the gear. So that's all in place.
Yeah. Yes, I did. So I just asked Razia for two batteries, but I think I put two cameras instead of two batteries. But I did email her. I copied you to say, no, we don't need two cameras. We want one. We will supplement
Okay.
with, I've got an extra camera, I think, Offense has. We'll supplement with those if we need more than one. So yeah, everything else is fine. I'll pick it up on Friday around 12.
Fantastic. Guys, I say to you all the best and good luck. I'm really looking forward to the final film. And yes, Chris, send me the script tomorrow if you want feedback, no problem. Same goes for you, Offense and Jones, and all the best. I'm really holding thumbs for you guys so that the final project goes down without a glitch.
Thank you, Mr. G. Thank you, guys. And thank you for the year, Mr. G. It was fun and hard.
Yes, no, I'm
Thanks.
positive all will go well. I'm holding thumbs and toes.
Awesome. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Cool. Cheers, guys. All the best. Chat later.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Good evening, I'm Maki Malapo. Regional carrier Airlink has suspended flights from Johannesburg to Maseru due to a lack of regulated emergency response capability. The airline confirmed the suspension in a statement released today. It says the Moshashawan International Airport in Lesotho's capital does not have sufficient serviceable fire and rescue equipment, which is an international civil aviation requirement. 6 flights have been affected, with the airline urging flyers to verify the status of the flights tomorrow and beyond. Normal flights are expected to resume once the airport has restored its emergency preparedness and response. In the meantime, customers are urged to visit Airlink's website for booking changes and refunds. Crime intelligence head Dumisani Khumalo has shared a detailed account of the formation and later disbandment of the political killings task team before the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry today. Khumalo previously testified for 2 days at the inquiry in late September before falling ill. Yesterday, he resumed his evidence, which concluded today. Arun Singh reports.
From the 2018 formation of the political killings task team to the 2024 instruction to have the team disbanded, Dumisani Khumalo provided a comprehensive overview of the functions of the PKTT during his testimony today. Khumalo unpacked the minutes of the first interministerial committee meeting in 2018 upon the establishment of the PKTT. Later in his testimony, he addressed aspects of Senzo Mkunu's December 31st instruction that the PKTT be disbanded immediately, something he didn't agree with. Khumalo confirmed that suspended Deputy National Police Commissioner Shadrack Sibia put a request for the extension of the PKTT's mandate last year, requesting they assist with the Lusiki massacre investigation in the Eastern Cape.
He had requested to extend the mandate of the PKTT.
Khumalo also referred to the 27 million rand budget approval for the PKTT to continue their work for the 2025-26 financial period. Arun Singh, Eyewitness News.
Controversial businessman Brown Mokhotsi has finally submitted a statement about what he claims was an attempt on his life. Mokhotsi met police at his lawyer's offices in Sandton today after surviving an alleged assassination attempt. He claims that he was ambushed by unknown assassins in Vosloorus on the East Rand on Monday night who fired bullets at his car. After giving police the runaround, the businessman finally agreed to meet them today. Alpha Ramushana reports.
On Monday night, Northwest businessman Brown Mokhotsi refused to provide police with a statement about the alleged attempt on his life. He was expected to report to the Vosloorus police station yesterday to detail what happened, but never showed up. Police spokesperson Athlenda Mate has confirmed that they finally located Mokhotsi today.
The team investigating the attempted murder case from the Vosloorus police station have also met with Mokhotsi, and no further comment will be provided at this stage.
Police have also seized digital devices belonging to the controversial businessman as part of a separate investigation into claims that he interfered with police operations. This comes nearly a month after a search warrant was issued, allowing officers to access those devices. Mokhotsi had committed to handing them over at the Sandton police station last month, but evaded police until today. Alpha Ramshwana, Eyewitness News.
The Council for Built Environment says the tragic George building collapse could have been avoided if those responsible followed all construction protocols. The Council CEO, Msizi Myeza, briefed Parliament's portfolio committees on human settlements and on public works on their probe into the incident. 34 construction workers were killed and 28 others seriously injured when a partially